Yo, yo, yo. Another day, another adventure. We on board Jermaine. Let's see what y'all. Cool, cool, cool. Can y'all hear me? What is up, everyone? Yes, okay, that's good. What is up, y'all? What's good up in the house? Tell me something good. Gin and juice. Another day, another adventure. Notification squad, what up, Rob? Wow, it's a bunch of y'all in the stream. What up, Ashley? Dang. Coronavirus expert in the house from Australia. Dang, what up? LA is empty. Yeah, everywhere is empty. Mm, everywhere is empty. Right now, I'm looking out on Market Street. I don't want to show y'all my view because if I showed y'all my view, you would know exactly where I'm living at. But I'm looking out on Market Street right now. Market Street's dead, yo. And I see a whole bunch of shoes hanging from the power lines right out here, too. Crazy. More streams like this. You guys like the streams? Or you're in SF2? Yeah, SF is boring. There's nowhere to go. Like, what up, Marla? You on lockdown too? Please keep videos coming during this tragic time. It's helping us, bro. Yes, I will definitely keep the videos coming. I'm trying to figure out what will I make for tomorrow. I got a vlog that I shot, but the only problem with this vlog I shot is 28 minutes long. So what I'm gonna do is just release it in 2 days, like 14 days one day and 14 days the next day. But it's actually a really good video. It's going around the city quite a bit. Oh, hour and a half away. You guys like the live streams? I wish I didn't have to go, but FedEx is still working. Yeah, FedEx is still working, I guess, because people are still buying stuff. I mean, FedEx, UPS, Amazon, like they're super important right now because people don't want to go out. So FedEx and yeah, they're really important. Like half of the time, that's the only thing I see on the road is police and delivery people. Well, for the most part, it's police and delivery people. Like a lot of police. Get a drone. Maybe I will get a drone. How much you make with caviar nowadays? Okay, caviar is 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 pretty dead. Um, you can still grind caviar, but the strategy with caviar has changed a lot. Like how I used to hustle caviar is I used to do a lot of catering orders in the financial district, and a lot of those orders were really close. No more of that. Those days are over. So now they have you going all over the city. So I don't even really mess with caviar that much. Are you doing Instacart? Everybody wants to know, am I doing Instacart? Instacart's pretty legit. I've been doing a lot of shopping on TaskRabbit too. $300 delivery from a sports bar. How do I like the red power bike? Oh, I love the red power bike. So what are you gonna do after all this blow over? As soon as I see, the thing is, I know for sure this is not gonna blow over anytime soon. So my plan is just to stay in San Francisco another year, another 2 years, possibly. The place that I'm living at now, I'm gonna move out next month, and I'm gonna look for another place. Now, the next place I look for, I probably will look for a place that I will plan on living there for like more than a year, because like I don't think I want to leave the city. I think I want to stay here, and I don't think I'll be traveling anytime soon, which is kind of sad, but I have to do what I can do. I can still, work and make money and save money and stuff like that, but It's just that things have changed, you know. We're living in different times right now. Yeah. Are you planning on going back to W-2 jobs? Well, the thing is, W-2 jobs are the jobs that are getting lost right now. Those are the jobs, those are the people that are getting hit the hardest. Now, don't get me wrong, independent contractors are getting hit too, but independent contractors can bounce around a little bit more. Jermaine seems to be lost in SF these days. Well, I kind of am lost because, gosh, everything's closed, yo. If you get electric scooter, what would it be? If I got an electric scooter, I don't really know. Maybe I don't know. That's a good question. Shout out to my brother from the South trying to make it as a black man in San Francisco. My goal positions doing huge numbers in my portfolio. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Instacart is booming here in the Valley by Stockton. Instacart ship, TaskRabbit, all those delivery apps, or even well, TaskRabbit is not a delivery app, but it's an app that you can get people to deliver food on. All these apps are gonna be popping right now. So if you don't mind going to the grocery store and shopping for people, um, I think it'll be a really good time to make some money switching it up. Trump is crazy. He wants to fix things by Easter. Well, okay, this is one thing that you guys got to look at. If they keep things closed too long, what's going to happen is people are just going to get pushed off. Like, the longer they keep things closed, the more and more people are going to, like, sort of get pushed off the cliff. And they're trying to rush things and they're trying to get things done fast so that people won't get, like, this won't happen as much. Like, people won't get pushed off the cliff as much, you know? Um, but I don't know. They're just going back and forth with this whole money thing, like the $1,000 a month. That's something I'm not really paying that much attention because, I mean, number one, whenever the government got something for you, it's always a catch. You know what I mean? It's always a catch. And I think the unemployment would probably be much better than this because at least unemployment, like people know for sure they can get it because they got laid off, they got fired, so that they know for sure they can get unemployment. And unemployment would I don't know, for a lot of people would be more than $1,000 a month. And another $1,000 a month is really not a lot of money. Like if you live in San Francisco, like $1,000 can't even pay your rent. You know, I see someone wrote that in the comments here, but that's very true. Like $1,000 is not much. Most people, if you live in like, well, not even if you live in a city, like even if you live outside the city, $1,000 isn't much because maybe your rent's not that much, but you got other expenses. You probably got a car, you know. So yeah, 1,000 is a start. I totally get it because the thing is, if you give people $1,000, they can just sort of stay at home. They don't have to be riding around. They're not going to work every day. So that'll cut down that expense. But I don't know. I'm just gonna try to sort of just keep doing what I'm doing. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna like sort of just keep doing what I'm doing for now, until I guess I can't do it anymore. Just like everyone else, right? I don't really know what's going on. The catch is inflation is going to smack us hard next year. No help, no balance. Yeah, I guess inflation will smack us hard. That's very true about inflation. Rona. That's what it is. I did not have any falafels today. You have a lot of common sense watching from what is that? SC. Who's honking? Well, I'm like filming like right here in the TL, like so. There's lots of people honking. Are you going to Preva in Vegas this year? I don't know. Is it still going on? Come to Sac, Jermaine, we can kick it. Bro, I can take a train to Sac, right? Dude, I may actually freaking come to Sac. Like, can I like crash at your house? Like, I can sleep in a tent in the backyard if you want me to, because I am in San Francisco and they say it's lots of corona around here. Dude, I would love to leave the city right now. You got no idea. The city's like shitty. I mean, it's still beautiful, but it's just depressing. Like, you just walk outside and, like, there's no one around. And, never mind. Oh, don't worry. For some reason, I thought you, like, I don't know, for some reason, I thought you lived alone. Have you ever been to Chicago? I have been to Chicago, but I really haven't just really chilled in Chicago, you know? I see you're not using gloves. No, I really don't use gloves, but I take other precaution. Like the places I usually shop at, like they have these things to wipe the cart off. So I usually wipe the cart off. When I'm in the store, like I don't necessarily wipe off the products. Um, so I guess I could be exposed that way. But like I definitely watch doors a lot. Like I watch doors a whole lot. Like I try to use my feet on doors all the time. Sacramento is hella dead. What stocks is good to invest in right now? Okay, it's a really good question you bring that up. A really good question. So if we look at the markets now, we have to ask ourselves this question. If this lasts for like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, which companies are gonna be hurt hard, right? So you look at Uber was at like 12 the other day. Yeah, Uber fell a lot. I haven't been paying that much attention to the markets. I mean, I have, but not as close as I probably should have. And I probably should have got Uber when it was, under 20. But that's okay. As long as I bought Uber below 27, I'll get back the same price where I thought I sold it. So hopefully Uber goes down. I think the market's gonna go down a little bit more. I don't think we're gonna. I think we just had an up day. I mean, look how hard the market went up today. Oh my gosh, there is a stray cat outside my window. That's funny. The economy is gonna return to normal when people have to be with contracting disease and about things they don't need. My Uber stocks are looking great right now. Okay, so invest in toilet paper stocks. So that would be like Johnson and Johnson or Procter and Gamble. They make toilet paper. So stocks to invest in now. Pretty much a lot of stocks. Like a lot of stocks have taken big hits. But stocks that actually have did really good is Amazon has did pretty well. They haven't went down as much. Uber is definitely one that I'm gonna get back in. I sold 160 shares of Uber at like 127, but I'm thinking Uber's gonna go back down to like. I'm thinking it's gonna go back down, because I don't think the market's just gonna recover like now. I think this is still gonna be bumpy. You say Target and Walmart. Well, Target and Walmart would probably be good to invest in because I don't know about Walmart, but I know Target is open in a lot of places. Um, so yeah, they're still making money right now. When you have a lot of when when you have a lot of retailers that are completely closed, um, Uber was just at 15. Yeah, I think 15 was right about right. Someone said Uber was at 12. You should do a meet and greet when the coronavirus is under control. Love your videos. I was just about to say, we gotta wait till the coronavirus over with first. What is the military doing in SF? Oh, so the military is in SF? Amazon is really expensive. What do you mean Amazon? You mean Amazon they raised their prices? No, it's 27. What do you mean now it's 27? It's 27 people. Oh, Amazon is very expensive, yo. Look, that's one of them things you gotta do the fractional shares with. I mean, cause I mean, that's a lot of money for Amazon. Probably because I don't know how it got that much. They should split it. But how would they split it? Like, what would they have to split it like 10 to 1 for it to be affordable, and then it still wouldn't be that affordable. It would still be like $200 a share. So that's just one of them stocks. But not all stocks are cheap like that. Look at Berkshire Hathaway. Hey Jermaine, did you hear this? Minimalist and glows. That's the flowers is gonna get aware of it too. Yeah, I heard about that. FEMA is gonna drop. Yeah, I know FEMA's gonna come out. Would you think it'd be a good idea to invest in marital drug company? I don't really know about those drug companies that much. Like I don't really know because like I have been following a couple of those. Like they're like making a cure and you see their stock price going up like 50% a day. I mean you can definitely make some money swing trading those, but that's exactly what you're doing. You're gonna be swing trading. Boeing, I think Boeing is a good buy right now. I mean, as cheap as Boeing is, I mean, yeah, I think Boeing's a good. Boeing's a good buy. Are you maintaining the 6 feet? Yeah, I am maintaining the 6 feet rule. It's just, it's kind of weird though. It's kind of weird. You talk to your exes. One of my exes actually added me on Facebook like recently. But like she's a pretty different life now. Boeing is going to take a dividend cut. I'm pretty sure Boeing may not not they could, but maybe not. Boeing has a lot of cash. Boeing Uber sent me a message. Your account needs special attention. What does that mean? That sounds like something could be expired, like maybe your insurance or maybe registration or something like that. How long do you think it will last? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys something. This is what I think gonna happen with this whole virus stuff. Okay, so what's gonna happen is, yeah, I think they're gonna open everything back up. Like right when Trump says they're gonna open it up, like around the middle of April. So I think they're gonna open it back up, right? And then what I think is gonna happen is they're gonna have to close everything down again. Yeah, because I think it's gonna flare up. Like the same thing that happened in China, I think the same thing's gonna happen here. And when that happens, what it's gonna do is it's just gonna increase social distancing. So you're gonna have more people working from home again, right? And then it won't be any more bars. Like they're gonna be because check this out. Okay, dude, check this out. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna give you proof that most bars and most restaurants are gone right now. I'm gonna give you proof right now that they're already gone in your neighborhood. Think about the day when everything opens back up, right? Now this is probably gonna be a different day in different places around the US, okay? Maybe in California, maybe it's all the same time. Maybe it's a different time in New York. Maybe it's a different time. Okay, it's all different times. So when things open back up, you're a restaurant owner. The first day it opens back up, where are you gonna get food from? When all the restaurants, the ones that had money, because you gotta think, you had to close your restaurant for a whole month. right? You still got bills to pay for your restaurant. You still have bills to pay for yourself. You maybe you have kids, so you have to close your restaurant for a whole month, right? Now, of course, this won't be every restaurant. Of course, this won't be every restaurant, but there's gonna be a lot of restaurants where they won't be able, man. When it come time to open, they ain't gonna even be able to. They ain't gonna even be able to have the money to open back up because they gotta have, the food and all that. They gotta have the workers again because maybe the workers been gone for a month. Maybe they doing something else. You know what I mean? So you really gotta think like, first day come back, a lot of places ain't gonna be open. Second day, a lot of places still ain't gonna be open. Third day, maybe places gonna be popping back up. Maybe the places that probably gonna be open probably gonna be open back by then. Fast food will survive. Yes, yes. Like a lot of these midnight. I tell you a lot of places that's really thriving right now. A lot of these places that offer midnight food. Okay, these little places open till 3 a.m. I see they are thriving because it wasn't like they were busy in the daytime anyway. And then in the daytime, all the restaurants around are closed. So they're kind of like, well, yeah, let's just open in the daytime. And a lot of those places have very minimal staff, two, three people working. And you see them constantly, running Uber Eats orders all the time. Is anyone ordering takeout or delivery? No, not right now. The internet will crash due to everyone staying home. I don't think it'll crash. I think it'll be okay. It may crash for something else. I know it's hard, but we gotta be positive, man. I am being positive. This is the truth, buddy. A lot of places ain't gonna be able to open back up. A lot of places ain't gonna be able to open back up, yo. I mean, you gotta think. Like people so people so stretched thin anyway. The internet is our people order so much stuff off the internet anyway. People are already stretched thin. So what's about to happen is like a lot of jobs are about to get pushed off. Like I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be negative, but like I predicted this when my flight got canceled. I predicted this, and people were laughing at me on Facebook. People were laughing at me saying, "Oh, that shit ain't gonna come to America. It ain't gonna come to America." Now we sitting there and the whole U.S. is closed. It's closed, yo. I told people. Now I'm not saying that like martial law is gonna happen because I don't really necessarily know if they'll do martial law. I mean, it sounding like it's leading up to that, and maybe it won't be martial law in every single place, of course, because you gotta think out in the suburbs, they ain't gonna have no martial law. All the martial law gonna be right here in the Tenderloin. They ain't gonna have martial law in freaking Peck Heights. No, they ain't gonna have it in the rich neighborhoods. It's gonna be right here in the Tenderloin, 3rd Street. It's gonna be where the people, the crazy people are. I heard Chinatown has hit really hard because of the coronavirus. Do you think Chinese restaurants will recover? Okay, so Chinese restaurants, a lot of Chinese restaurants have been hit hard, but your trendy Chinese restaurants, like your really trendy Chinese restaurants, I don't think I don't think they'll fall because you have so many people that still order from those restaurants. Like there's a couple restaurants in the city, like really trendy restaurants. I don't think they're gonna go just because they have a large clientele and people always, want the food. But a lot of the local, like the smaller Chinese restaurants in Chinatown, they're really dependent on foot traffic. It's not looking good for them. I mean, it's really not looking good for them. There are a lot of millionaires in Frisco, though. Yeah, there are a lot of millionaires. Okay, so another thing that could happen. Now, this is just a theory I thought about. So you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but like in the U.S., like the U.S. goes through cycles. It goes through cycles of like times when people want to live in the suburbs, and it goes through cycles of times when people want to live in cities. Right now, people want to live in cities, like young people. It's like very trendy. This could change really fast. Now that doesn't mean San Francisco would get cheap. It doesn't mean San Francisco would get cheap at all. But what that could mean is if you have less people that want to live in a city because we're going through this whole pandemic that could last a couple years, maybe we're off and on. Maybe we're off and on going through you guys want to see my hair? Maybe we're off and on going through, closures and stuff like that. Well, you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna say like, I don't want to live in the city. I want to live out in the suburbs because at least I can have a house. I can grow my food. I can, when you live in the city, you're stuck in a building. And then when you have more people working from home, they don't need to be in the city. So cities could change. And I'm not talking about just cities in the U.S. Cities around the world. Madison is not on Saturday. Happy birthday, Madison. About $500 is what I meant. Oh, the money? Who knows? Who knows how much I'm gonna give out? I mean, I already see people standing in food lawns. It's like right outside of the freaking grocery stores. At least 500 dead, but let's worry about the deaths from tobacco and alcohol. You know, this is just something new, and it's exponentially like it's just growing like. That's why they're trying to slow it down. That's why they're trying to slow it down. I'm a loyal customer to Chinese food. I mean, the main reason I love Chinese food, like especially in New York. I love New York Chinese food. The main reason I don't just go to Chinese food here is because Chinese food be like $15 for like fried rice. So it's like, yo, I really don't want to pay $15 for no fried rice. You know what I mean? In New York, I know hella places, like hella Chinese spots. Like you can get fried rice for the low, and it's like legit. They ain't got no egg, they ain't got no pork in there. I have a master's in I have a master's in public health, and it's not gonna slow unless people stay home. Well, no, I totally agree, but the thing is, I think we're gonna have to stay home like a long time, like a long time. You don't like Alex. A lot of people don't like Alex. I heard a big ass asteroid is headed to SF next. I sure hope it's not. When you look at the coronavirus map, it doesn't look good for. Yeah, but I don't know what's up with Africa. Like, it's weird. Bro, lunch specials here like 750. That's nice. 750 is nice. Yeah, man, some of these Chinese restaurants be charging an arm and a leg, yo. You know how much it costs to make fried rice at home? Because I've been making fried rice. Not because I don't trust Chinese restaurants. It's mainly because I don't want to pay $15. Um, but you can make fried rice for about $1 at the house. The only thing about fried rice is you gotta make the rice the day before. So you gotta remember to like make the rice and then put it in the fridge, like day old rice. Do you think COVID-19 is a bioweapon? Okay, so check this out. If it is, how would anyone ever prove it? And then if you proved that it was a bioweapon, who do you prove did it? you know? So, I mean, I have theories, but like I don't really want to talk about my theories. And then I have multiple theories. Like I have theories on a handful of countries that could have done this. But I don't know. If you really look at the facts, that you say, tell us, what do you think the stock market's headed? I think the stock market is headed lower. Okay, so this is what. Okay, this is one theory that I had. All right, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you. But you guys gotta hit this super chat up if you guys want me to tell you. Okay, so this is one theory that I have. Now, some people say it's 5G. I don't think it's 5G. It's like, let's use the theory of hello. Okay, so let's use this theory of America did this, right? Because some people will say like, okay, maybe the U.S. did this. Now, it kind of makes sense that like it would start in China, and then it would kind of make sense that like, okay, Iran got caught up in this scenario, all right, because Iran had a lot of deaths. But then the Americans can argue and say, okay, Iran has a lot of deaths because they didn't practice any social distancing, they didn't section off people, they didn't test people fast enough, and more importantly, that Iran has a lot of sanctions, so they can't get a lot of medical equipment. So I guess that would be your argument, like the US's counter argument to say, no, we didn't do this because of, this reason. Okay, but what about Italy? All right, so what about Italy? Now, with Italy, you guys gotta go back last year. All right, let's go back last year. What did Italy do? What did Italy do to really surprise the US and the Europeans? Italy just out of the blue joined China's Belt and Road project, right? So if you look at Italy, now you could say that, okay, they started in China and people are getting on airplanes and they're flying to Italy because in Italy there are a lot of tourism, right? Lots of tourists. And there is lots of Chinese tourists. But there's also lots of Chinese tourists like everywhere. Like everywhere. But especially Italy, right? Because Italy is just, lots of history, lots of fashion. Okay, so there's that argument. There's another argument. Okay, China did this, right? Now, but check this out. Also with the U.S., now you would wonder, so if the U.S. would do this, would a lot of people in the U.S. die? Okay, because you guys wonder, like, would a lot of people die, like, if the U.S., like, if they really did do this? Yes, a lot of people would die. A lot of Americans would die. And if you don't believe me, think about this. Think about when the U.S. is at war and the U.S. like takes out a bus full of innocent people. A bus full of innocent people that they didn't do anything wrong, but they just happened to be there. And they just got taken out. So, would America do this to their own people and have their own people dying in their own country? Yes, because it would look like we didn't do it, right? I mean, hey, look, our country's having the same thing. Okay, but I don't necessarily believe that. But that is a theory. Okay, there's another theory that China did this. Okay, so the theory one theory that was floating out there is that this was in a lab in China, in a research facility in Wuhan, and it like left the lab and it spread like this way, like it spreaded like throughout the city this way, and then it spread throughout the world this way. That's one theory, that it came from China and this was like a mistake, and now we have this big problem. And then there's this other theory that the Chinese want to depopulate like their people. Now, this couldn't come at a better time for the U.S. because if you think at the U.S., we have a baby boomer population that we have to pay for, okay? They're starting to retire, and look at the stock market. These baby boomers aren't gonna be able to retire again. Look at the stock market. It has crashed again on them, all right? So if you're 65 years old and you try to retire If you were 65 years old 10 years ago and you tried to retire, remember the markets failed 10 years ago and like a lot of people couldn't retire? Well, now the same thing happens again. But now the coronavirus is killing the same people in that same age group, this older age group. So it's kind of like, dang, double whammy. And then there's this theory that this could be a bioweapon from another American ally who fears that if they unleash this onto the world, it will affect the world greatly, like every country, right? But then this will also weaken every country, including the US. They will weaken every country, including the US, but this would help the US keep its power, and this would help the US help out whatever ally that would do something like this. And there's a couple of different allies that, well, I don't know, I can think of about 2 allies, American allies, that would possibly do something like this. And these are like 2 smaller countries, and these countries would, I could see them doing something like this, and yeah, they would cause a pandemic. When it's about war and power, what do you think war does? War kills lots of people, and pandemics do the same thing. So it's just the same. I don't really want to talk about conspiracy theories because, once again, like, I don't really believe neither one. I don't necessarily believe that it came from a wet market in China, because think about the wet market in China. Just think about this for a second. The Chinese have had those wet markets for years, okay? For years, the Chinese have had those wet markets. Now, the only counter argument that I can see is this. Nowadays, we pump so much hormones into the animals that when you have all these animals together, it causes, it makes new viruses. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of there. Possibly only belief when you have enough evidence included on the way. The whole Roma is fake. Alex, it's definitely not fake. Like, Alex is an extremist. I don't think it's fake because people are definitely dying. And it's not just old people, like there's young people dying. There was a guy in San Francisco that died at like 40 years old. Yeah, it is real. It is real. It was crazy. I saw this guy stealing at a Target and he started coughing. And they was like just keeping their distance from him. They was like, just let him keep that shit. Corona is overblown. Well, I kind of see what Trump, 1% ain't gonna die. I kind of see what like Trump want to do, because Trump is kind of like, look, he kind of like, he almost to the point where like, look, he kind of like, fuck it. This Corona killing folks, but we can't just be closing our whole economy. So what we gotta do is we gotta be sectioning folks off. Like if you old, you got a weak immune system, you can't be coming out. Because if we all stay on lockdown and we don't have a cure for this virus, that means that our economy is gonna go to crap. Like our economy is gonna crap. So like, we gotta get to a point where like, I mean, people, like honestly, a lot of people don't care shit about that money, yo. People to the point now that they just want their regular life back. Like they just want to do their regular life. They don't even care about free money. Like free money ain't everything, y'all. Free money ain't everything when you stuck in the house. When you stuck in the house, you can't go to the bars. Man, you be trying to talk to females and they be like, you got the coronavirus? You know, it's like, damn, girl. Like, she ain't got no virus, like, let me get some coochie, you know? But, like, that's just how it is nowadays, you know? I know so many people, man, they wish they can go back to their job. They wish they can go back to their job right now. Maybe you could be able to go back. But, like, this real, yo. Like, this ain't no joke. Like, this real life. Like, this is real life. Jermaine looks like he remembers gas station. Like, what you doing after the COVID-19? Have you felt traveling back to work with me too? You a trip transfer of disease from animal to human? I don't know. Quarantine and chill. But the thing is, I ain't got nobody to quarantine and chill with. It's you about the digital dollar and the stimulus package, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, I'm not believing nothing them folks got to say. They constantly talking about they gonna give out some free money, and now they talking about digital dollar. Next, they're gonna be talking about some other crap. It's just keeping y'all distracted, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man. Like, I don't know how I be calling this shit all the time. It's just distraction. It's just like Bernie Sanders. See, they ain't talking about Bernie Sanders right now. Dude, you see how these puppets, like, they just doing stuff? Jermaine needs to quarantine his hair. My hair already quarantined. See, now they talking about 1,200. Like, I heard somebody say it was gonna be 2,000. And I'm like, $2,000? That's straight, yo. Straight just smoke some weed. I heard 3,000. See, everybody's saying something different now. I'm rocking it like this today. Well, I had it another way. Like, dude, I love her. But every day I rock it a different way. But, like, I had it all down because it started raining. It'll start raining and I don't even cover it up. Like, I'll, like, let it get wet. Man, 2020, I'm good with that coming up. Liberal, cool personality, yep, that's me. Keep that money, I want freedom. Did you smoke? I did. Where was a minute ago? They gonna give digital money? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, go to the App Store and download, like, a government app and it's gonna be, like, digital money? I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get me a coffee with that bad boy? You think San Francisco will go host Fight Clubs? I wonder are people gonna be going back out? Like, I can't wait to go back out, yo. Man, first night, them bars be open, I'm gonna get fucking wasted, yo. I guess I don't have to wait till they open back up to get wasted, but only if you make less than 75,000. I'm not even paying any attention, yo. Like, I'm like, fuck it, like. I'm not even paying them attention, like. They gonna give us some money? Man, come on, give us some money. Oh my word. It's messed up. Like, I'm looking out the window here. I'm like, out this window, they building this brand new building, and over here, there's a whole bunch of people sleeping in tents, like going all the way up the street. It's messed up. Don't go out. What's my plan? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Be careful out there, Jermaine, when the bar is open up. I will. It might be the corona up in that joint. Jermaine, San Francisco will turn into Venezuela. I mean, the government handing out Bitcoin. I don't know my plan if it all goes to shit. I think maybe I'll leave the city for sure. Maybe I'll try to go down to Santa Barbara. But there won't be any jobs there, so. Won't be any jobs there. That's a good question. Yeah, April 6th and April 18th. Somebody explained to me why haven't any homeless people dropping dead from the virus. That's a good question, yo. Because San Francisco got a whole lot of homeless people. But the thing with the homeless people is like, if one of them get it, it's like they all about to get it. Like, I'm for real. They all about to get it because homeless people always be grouping together. And it's more like this one gonna hang out with this one, and that one gonna hang out with that one, and that one gonna sell something to this one, and these over here smoking together, they shaking hands. Like, with the homeless people, it can really get out of hand. But that's a good question, Alex. That's a really good question. Are they still on the streets? I mean, they are, but it's less of them, like a whole lot less of them. And it makes me wonder, like, it really makes me wonder something. Because, for, like me, I'm always out on the street. I'm constantly out on the street, right? All over the city. And I see a lot less homeless people. Now, I don't necessarily think they're picking homeless people up. For some reason, I believe that they're just not coming to this city. Because if there's less people in the city, and if you're homeless and you come here, or you can stay wherever you are in the Bay or wherever, if you come to the city and there's less people, there's gonna be a lot less. It's gonna be a lot less a lot less of opportunities, a lot less money you can get from people. Yeah, I'm staying in the TO. I don't know when I'm going back to Thailand. It's a good question. Government said they're supposed to get 10 rooms. Really? Like all the homeless people? SF mayor put them in hotels. But the thing is, how can you do that? Like, how can you just put them in hotels, or like after this crisis is over, like they're just gonna throw them back out on the street? Like, is that how it works? Like, what are you gonna do with them? Like, I mean, it's not like they can work right now because they can't really work because there's like everything's closed down. Yo, Jermaine, do you think we will go to war with China after this? No, I don't think so. I mean, we're all trying to figure this out together. Jermaine, you need to visit your family. Yeah, I do, but I don't know if I'm gonna move in. I mean, I didn't want to say that, but the thing is, it'll be certain hotels. It's not like they're gonna put them in the Hilton. They're gonna put them in. It's certain hotels where they'll put them in. But I was thinking like, I don't know. Like, they're gonna have to like remodel them. They're gonna have to like repaint the rooms and stuff after they leave those guys in the. I mean, because a lot of them they smell pretty. It's pretty rough. Is Memphis even taking this seriously? Yeah, I heard that they have a lot. They're on lockdown right now. I didn't ride any skateboard. What if they got rid of the COVID-19 and trying to drop the new COVID-19 plus? I don't know. Passport agency not accepting applications. Dang, they have no money. Yeah, but I don't know what they would do though. Like, what would they do after this problem is over with? And then the hotel owners are probably like, oh yeah, we ain't making no money anyway, because who else coming to San Francisco? These hotels are hurting seriously right now. I'm probably gonna wait like another week. Like next week, I'll probably buy some more stock. That's what I'm thinking. When to like wait another week. Um, I just have to see where things go because I think this week is gonna go down a little bit more. I still got my boy, but like I don't have any motors. Did you check on your family? I did. I checked on my family. My mom called me yesterday. I didn't call her back actually. This is the new world order. We will see you, Jermaine. Yes. Do you own any gold or silver? Only a little bit of gold. I read someone in China said they cremated someone while they were still alive. Oh wow. Call your mom. Jermaine is tired. Northside Memphis found elite supermarkets. Nothing is real anyway. Bitcoin down 3K is back up 6K. Riots are coming. Riots are definitely coming, yo. They're coming. Okay, guys. You guys already know what I'm about to say because you already see what I'm doing. I'm yawning over here. I'm tired and I gotta wake up early. Tomorrow I'm gonna go do a little bit of shopping early in the morning. I have to go lay down. My eyes are heavy. But dude, I hate the social distancing shit. Like, I'm never gonna get laid now. Like, I already can't meet bitches on the internet. And now I ain't gonna be able to meet them in public. So, and then I won't be able to leave America. So, like, I'm just, I don't know what to say. I'm through. Because, like, it's weird. Like, I'm just through, yo. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Shit. I don't know. I wish I could go back to Macedonia, man. I really, the ladies over there must miss me. In the same boat. At least there's like another YouTuber I'm following. Homeboy is like stuck at the Russian border. Cause Russia like, hell no, you got a US passport. No, you ain't coming over here. I mean, it's a mess right now. People land pipe coast to coast. Yeah, but I'm not. I have it. Like I was talking to this chick in my building, and she's cool. But like, she's like, she's like really big on the social distancing thing. She's like, we should probably stay back from one another. So I'm like, okay, you know, maybe we should. And then she kind of, I don't know. But I think she's cool. She's older than me, but she seems like very, very serious in life. Like too serious. I ain't serious about nothing. That's what my life's so. I don't know. That's what kind of what my life is like it is. Bat suit sales low. Yeah, I don't think too many people wanted some bat suit. All the weed shops here be empty also in influx. Okay, so the thing about the weed shops is they had long lines the day when they said everything was closing. But then 2 days after they said weed shops were essential. But now the weed shops are completely dead because there's not enough people in the city. City's dead. You gotta admit, Jermaine, people in that stuff can be too. Yeah, people in that stuff are very far left. very far left. Like it's definitely the most left people. Like it's definitely the most left people. Like everybody is so about taking care of everybody else. Like it's just the biggest thing. Like people, I feel like nobody really takes care of themselves because everybody is so concerned about everybody else. And another thing about it being very left, I feel that people look at success differently. Like people look at rich people as like they're the problem. Like they're the problem because they have a lot of money. Like they're not doing, it's something that they did and now they have all this money and they're not paying for things. Like I don't know, here you always hear about that. Like you always hear about that. Like it's always like rich people are always the problem. Like always the problem. Like every time, like it's always like, if it wasn't for these rich people, we would have this. You know, if it wasn't for rich people, like it's goddamn, it's a finger pointing game so much. I mean, that's the thing about like living in a democratic place. Like, yeah, you can. You know, I actually thought about like what would it be like if I like moved to like a Republican place, like I just straight up like left here, and like moved to like a far. I don't know where I don't even where you don't even know where that would be, but I don't know. Like a lot of times when I'm scrolling through my news feeds on Facebook, and I see like people in San Francisco, and I see the things that they post. It's dude, like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Like it's always like I have this one friend. I know for sure she doesn't watch my live stream, so I can say this. I'm not gonna say her name now. I have this one friend. She's always talking about landlords, and like every other post is about how some landlord got screwed over, right? So it was like some landlord that like sent some email like saying that like you still have to pay rent. Okay, the landlord was wrong, all right? The landlord was totally wrong, but like that's the only thing she shares is like just negative things about the rental market, you know? And she's talking about how like all these people from Airbnb are gonna lose their Airbnbs because no one's traveling right now. And you know the Airbnb hustle is you go out, you rent all these apartments, and then you Airbnb them out and you float them. But when there's no one traveling, how are you gonna pay all these rent on all these places? You know, and then you have people like that constantly say like just constantly complain about like innovation. Like they constantly complain about, oh, Facebook is just too big, and Facebook shouldn't do this, and Facebook's spying on our data. Do you realize that you're spending hours on Facebook writing all of this? Like, like I don't know. People they're still complainers, yo. People sort of complain, and at the same time, there's opportunities just right around them, just right around them, just right around them, and they don't even want to reach out and grab one of those opportunities and change their life. They would just rather keep complaining about it. And check this out, they ain't finna get nothing for free. Like they ain't finna get nothing for free. You know, and I like a lot of times I just sit there and watch them. Like I sit there and watch people say, Trump is for all of this. This is all Trump's fault. Like every single post on like one dude I follow is like, this is all Trump's fault. Like Trump caused all of this. Like everything that happens is Trump's fault. And it's not that I don't want to unsubscribe because I like to see the balance. Okay, I like to see I like to see the difference in people. Like I learn a lot from that. It's definitely 50-50 when it comes to rich people and poor people. my Rona check. I definitely want a Rona check, for real. You don't like Facebook. A democracy doesn't have to be extreme capitalist. Most of them aren't. But what I think it really is, I think that Facebook is really it's dividing people. It's dividing people because, like, I'm telling you, it's to the point where maybe I'll actually make a video talking about this, a sit down video talking about this. But like, it's to the point where it, if I'm a Republican or if I'm a Democrat, let's just say if I'm a Democrat, Facebook can get to the point where like they'll brainwash you to dislike the other person so much that if one of your closest friends just happened to say something slightly nice about the other party, it'll trigger you. I'm telling you, that's what's going on right now. It'll trigger you. It'll make you like angry. It'll make you angry. Like, that's like, for real, that's power to control people. That's power to control people. Because I look back and like, I don't even want to say it because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. But I'll look back and look at our leader, and I can see some of the messed up things he's done. But like, I don't want to lose a bunch of subscribers. But I can also see some good things that he's done. You know what I mean? But for most people, like, you can't even say that to them, okay? Okay, if there is money handed out, right? If it's $2,000 handed out, I wonder how many people that hate Trump so much, that hate him with a passion, I wonder how many people will take that check and put a match to it. I bet you none of them will. I bet you none of them will, because all of those people want handouts. They want handouts. And if the man that they hate so much will give them some money, they'll take it. So what does it have to say about a lot of people in our country? You hate someone so much, but yet when they got some money for you, you smiling in their face. You smiling in their face, you know? And that, I mean, that's how it is, you know? This ain't got really nothing to do with Facebook, like, this is kind of how it is. Trump 2020. Social media has dumbed down. Oh, social media has dumbed down society so much. Like right now, if I go to my Facebook news feeds, it's gonna be so many different articles about how much money people are getting. And for someone like me, that I don't really pay it. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch CNN. So the news I see is Facebook. But I can't believe any of that because everybody got some different numbers. You know how you can tell when it's true? You can tell when it's true when you see like 5 different articles had basically saying the same thing, like on 5 different articles. That's how you know it's true. And there's got to be 5 different like CNN, Fox News type articles. Now I'm running from the mass media, and now I'm on social media, still believing the mass media just because. Just because, like, I can't believe Facebook. Tesla. A lie. I've always been an outcast, but I rock with who I am. I hear you. It's not how, but not something that's true, yo. $24 friends on Facebook. Yeah. Zoom is a good one. Facebook people too much power. What do you think about Alex Jones? I think he's a business. Don't get your news off Facebook. I mean, I get a lot of my news from the news Facebook app, and from the news app, that Apple app. Oh, I wish I could show y'all this view. The U.S. halts on LPI for what reason? People supposed to survive. They are halting on it. I wonder why they're halting on it. Are there tanks on the streets in San Francisco? Not yet. I mean, is it gonna be like tanks like that? Because they're not gonna be tanks on the street, because tanks would destroy the street. Like the street ain't already fucked up enough. Tesla stock is my next goal. If Tesla stay under 500, I might get some more. Did it go over 500 today? I think it's like under 500. Good luck, one job. Now it's safe to survive. So this test rap is really bumming right now. I'm investing in Perel and Jerkins. I'm not sure. I mean, for a lot of persons, I'm a tough one. Yeah, you gotta be tough in these times. Facebook is kind of serious. They have so much information. But like, Uber has a lot of information on you. It's busy. It's business time on Shutter, baby. I wish I had a partner to make videos with. That would be dope. I would totally do it. I just don't have a partner right now that would be down with something like that. I don't know. San Diego has tanks on the street. Are you serious? TaskRabbit deleted my account with no warning. Did you not work for a long time? Tesla was down 300 like 4 days ago. I don't know if Tesla was down that low. I heard some at 392. Oh wow, that's a lot. Yeah, you're right about that. If there's tanks out on the street, are they protecting us from a virus or something else? Oh, you're a straight shooter, Jermaine. Really appreciate your honest political takes. I mean, I try not to talk about too much politics because people get like pissed. But if I can sort of keep it like on the fence and like sort of neutral, but then sort of kind of push an idea this way and push one this way, maybe people can get where I'm trying to go without me saying something that sounds like, I think you catch my drift. Why would there be tanks in SF? Try Alabama where they can run out of Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches. I'm trying to figure out like why would there be tanks in SF? Because I mean maybe they're not talking about tanks. Maybe they're talking about those big service trucks, you know, that you see like that they drive in the military. Because like what? I mean, you need tanks for like fighting wars. Like, ain't no riots around here yet. I mean, maybe if they brought tanks, maybe people would just start riots because they're like, well, yo, they're already here. Let's just go ahead and get this shit started, you know? I mean, that probably would happen, like, honestly. Like, so I don't think they're just gonna roll up with tanks because there's no problem right now. It's just people, I mean, getting sick. They need to build hospitals. That's what those makeshift hospitals, that's what they need to do. Penny stocks, try Ford. I don't know if Ford's gonna survive. Internet is for pretending masses. So mad I need a haircut. Get you a haircut. Top contender. Uber, Lyft, did anybody trade penny stocks here? Fixed text. Okay. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna get off here because I'm gonna get ready to go lay down. I'm gonna go have like a cookie. I'm gonna go fill my water bottle up and drink a bunch of water and then take like 3 or 4 pisses throughout the middle of the night because I'm just gonna drink a whole bunch of water. Because I really wanna drink a whole bunch of water. And that's what I wanna do. So, y'all know how it is. I'm gonna get ready to go. Get ready to go. Call it a good night. Yep. I'm sleepy. I didn't even do too much today. I kind of kept it easy. But farewell. I'll see all y'all. I love all y'all. Happy Valentine's Day. I'll see y'all. Bye bye.